Hi, my name is Juan Tamayo, and I am thrilled that you are watching this right now. It means that we might be spending our next month together, developing our relationship and growing as human beings. So I'm going to go pretty quickly, and through this presentation, you're going to get to know me. So I'll just leave some things in for later, okay? This is going to tell us if we are a coaching match. First thing I want y'all to see is this right here.
Constant commitment to putting something in the world of value. As long as you can stay focused on delivering your art and delivering yourself and delivering your energy and delivering your ideas for the world to be better.
The secret to success is doing a lot of little things consistently over a long period of time. The moment of every single day has a massive impact on where you ultimately end up.
The way to improve lives is to continually improve yourself. Good people have to get out of the bed every day and try to empty the ocean with a soup spoon, as the mentality of how you wake up every day to try to do good in the world. You really got to focus with all of your fiber and all of your heart and all of your creativity.
Dreams without goals are just dreams.
That's really the main of it. I believe that we have to wake up every single day and take actions to get exactly where we want to go, right? Even when we don't feel like it, it's like, how do we get into that frame of mind so quickly that we're able to motivate and push ourselves to that level where we want to be? Because the issue is really that we quit on ourselves so quickly and so easily that we're never going to get there. Okay. I know the few of us that do, maybe it took us like 1-2 years to get consistently on one habit. So what I'm proposing is for this month that we go all in and together as a community so we can hold each other accountable, be consistent, and grow in our discipline. Okay, that's really the core of this whole program. So over the next few moments, I'm just going to be sharing what this looks like. Okay, I want to start with this quiz I created, and I think it's going to give you a better idea of what it is. Okay, so this program's called One Day at a Time. My name is Juan. Hope you got that. So what's the first thing you do in the morning? Snooze, dilly dally, go on social media. I try to do this, but sometimes I go back and forth. Okay, but regardless, from the first 5 minutes, I do give gratitude and I meditate. Okay, do I have a clear mission? Yes, I am there. Okay, how do you spend most of your day thinking about? I spend my day thinking about bigger questions in life, my passions and my goals. Okay, what am I like in the gym? MIA, I'm on my phone, I do my thing, going all in. I usually just do my thing. And I want you to take this twist, see kind of where you are in this goal. At the end of the day, at the end of the month, I want you to take this quiz again and see how much you've improved, okay? I'm vegan/vegetarian, mostly vegetarian, but I try to be vegan. I read all of the self-help, motivation, skill strengthening books that I can. My finances, I am saving and investing. What do you most currently do in my free time? I network. Honestly, I just build and grow my business. That's what I really just focus on. And I'm interested in being more consistent with my habits. So true. Being part of a community, which is why I'm starting this, finding my purpose. I have it, but I want to keep building on it, right? And building my brand community. And that's pretty much what I'm interested in doing. What struggles am I willing to endure to level up my life? This question is so important because it's like, am I willing to sacrifice anything for what I want? So am I going to wake up early? Yes. Am I going to continue going to the gym? Yes. Fail up time again? I know that's going to be it. I need to improve my skills, network, connecting with others. That's why I'm doing these little videos, right? Opening up emotional vulnerability, emotional fitness, so important. Saving, investing money. Yes, that is me. Developing my soft skills. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. I used to teach this at in Celebrity Cruises when I was a learning development manager. We partner up with Cornell University, and this is what I was working at, and I always want to get better at it. Spending time and learn how to reflect and meditate, absolutely. Essential, that is how we clear our mind, right? So on the name here, super quick, just so I can get to the next page, just so you can get a glimpse of what it looks like. This is one base. Okay. Am I ready for publishing? Yes, absolutely. I am ready.com. Zero risk, all the reward. This is really what the program looks like. Okay, we're gonna get free coaching sessions over Zoom, over 50 opportunities to practice being proactive. But for December is actually going to be over 300 opportunities. Okay, and we'll go into that a little bit later. Access to one day at a time community group, Facebook group where we can engage with one another. Live workshops. I want to work with experts. I'm in the process of partnering up with meditation guides. Expert breathing coaches, expert workout coaches, cooking partners, so we can do live workshops with everyone in the group. Okay, continuous feedback and support. If you want to help growing your brand, absolutely, we can help with that too. Doing original tools, workshop resources. I've created that as my time as a teacher, as a manager for Hard Rock, and like I said, as a learning development consultant for Celebrity Cruises. I've also worked at Florida International University. So, and I'm passionate about this. Like, I love learning and growing. I love all these tools. Like, I'm here for it. And really, I want to be surrounded by a community that's committed to their personal growth and development and doing it every single day. Okay. So, am I 100% free coaching? Yes. So, is this 100% free? Yes, it is. So, COVID really just pushed me to go all in for myself, right? I wasn't able to be in the ships anymore. So it kind of pushed me to start my own coaching business. So December, I want to try it out. So if you're a coach and you're watching this, it's because I want your honest feedback. I want to know what you're thinking about, right? What do you think of my program? Is this something that's valuable? How I can help? How would you kind of manipulate it? So is it free? Yes, but also I want the feedback, right? So I want to put your coach hat on, but also your student hat on. And that's really like the core of it, right? So it gives you a little score, boom, pretty much done, okay? So I want to go over why I started this coaching program and what it kind of looks like. Okay, so I'm gonna make this a little bit bigger on Canva where I do like everything. So here we go. One day at a time. That's pretty much what I'm calling it. Because I just really do believe that we need to take life one day at a time. So first things first. Let's see. One at a time. This is my why. First, we're going to go over the stages of life, success, what the lowest point means, introspection, accountability, and next steps for us. And so stages of life. Like, first, in the beginning, we were born. Everything was kind of fun. We were carefree as children. Before 5 years old, we're innocent. Everything is should be. We're not too worried about what the world thinks of us, what we think of us. Everything going on has nothing to do with how we feel about ourselves, right? So the external world and us, there's kind of a barrier there. Then we get our first exposure to disappointment. Maybe someone doesn't want to play with us. Maybe your teacher called us dumb. Maybe we saw some traumatic, physical altercation that kind of traumatized us. We all have something, and that is normal, but we were exposed to something that kind of shattered or innocence. And then we just started worrying. And then we said, did my parents break up because of me? Am I not good enough? So that not good enoughness, not being worthy of successes, not being worthy of financial freedom, of mental freedom, emotional freedom, of healthy relationships, of all this stuff, started seeping in subconsciously at 5, 6, 7 years old. Okay, so because we got hurt, because we were exposed to disappointment, We started to neutralize our uniqueness and we attempted to fit in. So we wanted to be like everyone else so no one would make fun of us. And school is very good at teaching us how to do that. Teachers, and I'm a teacher, right? I say, sit down, don't do this, no, no, no. It's really hard to manage 30, 40 kids at a time. However, each child has their own road, and when you go so quickly, you don't really have time to get to know each person individually. And that age is so important. Everyone starts to fit in. They want the same clothes, the same sneakers, the same apps, the same everything, which pushed us to do what everyone else is doing. Hopefully, for many of us, was to strive for success. I was grateful. I mean, I was a public school, but we had a very the top 10% were in the IB honor classes, and everyone there was on the college track, right? And my mom told me we're Cuban immigrants. She told me education is the one thing no one can ever take away from you. So that really stuck with my head. She took me to the factory job that she worked at, and she showed me all the 18-year-olds that worked. She said, "Hey, if you don't turn around and do better in school, this is where you're gonna end up." Okay. So that really just pushed me to strive for success. And I thought once I went to college, like I did, and I did well, I became the president of the Big Brother Big Sister program. I was director of marketing for a senior class. I volunteered. I did my internship. I studied abroad. I got pretty good grades. I made friends. I got recruited with Teach for America. As a 21-year-old, I was teaching students, and 50 students at a time. And even then I was still achieving. I headed up the LGBTQ Alliance in school. I also tried to help with the Marathon High Club. I ended up running a half marathon with schools, something I never even thought I could do. I had a great group of friends. I was helped writing the state test. Like what? So I thought I was doing good. Then I went off to Miami. I got my master's. I achieved everything that I wanted to do. I worked for the South Beach Random Food Festival. I helped open a Hard Rock, the hotel in Hollywood. I became a foodie. I made so many friends. Everything that was supposed to bring me happiness, I thought I achieved. And then I just had a meltdown. I broke down. And I realized that the material success doesn't equal happiness. That money and all those things isn't what's going to make you happy. And I kind of broke down because I was like, wow, I have everything I need. I have everything I thought I wanted, and it's still not enough. And then that's what reminded me, it's like, I'm just in a scarcity mindset, right? So in order to even have that thought, I had to go through a lot of introspection. I had to look at my community, look at what habits I wanted, dive into self-love, find the courage that I need. I need to find purpose, freedom, right? I need to find purpose so I could help others. And I figured that suffering only happens when you focus on yourself. So I try to focus on others, which is really why I'm doing this coaching program. Once I had that breakdown, it took me a month, which is why I'm having a month-long program with my friend we worked out twice a day. We were giving all the time we have on our self-development and growth, right? And I manifested my way into my dream job as a learning and development consultant with Celebrity Cruises. A job that I got denied from different companies 4 or 5 times before. So I was like, wow, I wasn't ready for that opportunity until I got myself together. So that's really a big part of all this. Okay? Getting yourself together before you're unlocking all these other opportunities. And we talked about success a bit, right? American dream, education system and grades, unrealistic expectations, comparison, unsupervised growth, the real world kind of hits us with a ton of brick, And we talked about what happens when you get all you strive for is still unfulfilled. You break down. But I heard the lowest point was my rock bottom was my trampoline, and I love that, right? So there's a lot of lessons that we learn. And for me, one of them was I need to be aligned to a higher power. So whether you call it God, whether you call it Krishna, Buddha, I don't know, vortex, the universe, whatever it is, it's like there is a bigger purpose, there's a bigger world out there at play. Okay, but I also believe, as a business major, I believe that consistency, discipline, and accountability are equal to self-love, right? We have to be vulnerable, even though it's scary, and we have to focus on our intentions and our emotional goals. Not saying I want $1,000,000, but okay, what is the $1,000,000 going to get me? And that's going to be peace of mind, right? So then I'm focused consistently on just getting peace of mind every day. That's my small goals, right? So that feeling aspect is there in every single one of my goals. I feel like that's like essential, right? And then introspection. We have to really think about what gives us energy, what feelings do I want to experience more, what I believe in, what am I grateful for, what will I not pull up with, like those boundaries, and who are we? Like, this takes time. This doesn't happen overnight. This takes a lot of work, and school doesn't really teach you about introspection. School doesn't really teach you how to meditate, how to breathe, how to focus, how to concentrate, how to love yourself. You know, so then we kind of have to do it ourselves. So if you're at that point where you're ready to do this work, or you want to do more of it, because honestly, we're never really done with this, and we can always level up, then you came to the right place. Okay, and I just want to get to know you. And if we're a vibrational match, then I want to move forward with you. And like I said, this really is going to cost you, an investment on yourself, right? Accountability. So accountability is kind of a knowing word, I think, because it feels like someone's your boss, but this is not the intention. Like, I am no one's boss. I don't know any better than you do. Like, you have some, you're a coach. I'm a coach. I've been working in this field for years now, or a teacher, whatever it is that you are. I don't think I'm better than anyone else, but I think we all need to be held accountable for our actions. And when we're starting a habit, that's really hard to do. That's why people quit on their gratitude journals for after 3 days. That's why people quit on their healthy diet after a few days. That's why people quit on going to the gym after a few days. We need accountability from someone else who's also on the same path, right? And just be part of that community, be part of that tribe, because we all want to feel like we belong. And that's just real talk. Okay. So the next steps, if you do decide you want to continue with me, then just let me know, right? If you want to go by yourself, go ahead. Maybe this isn't for everyone, and I'm not going to pretend like it is, but I can promise that I'm going to be honest, and I promise I'm going to give this my all, right? And I promise that I'm going to be here for our personal growth. We're going to download Class Dojo. That's the app that I'm using to manage all this, and I'm just going to give you a little tutorial about that in just a moment. So just expect continuous communication, support your journey, and just get used to living your truth and being surrounded by good energy, and start answering like your life's calling. That's really what this is about at the end of the day, right? So one-on-one sessions, 300 plus introspective activities on Class Dojo. I'm going to show you exactly what that is. Some Zoom events and web webinars, and community groups and positive reinforcement. This is what the whole coaching is for the month of December, to really start out December strong, okay? So I'm going to show you a little bit of what the calendar looks like for December. Here we go. So Zoom calls. The first Zoom call is going to be free. If you want to schedule other additional Zoom calls one-on-one with me, they're going to be $35 a piece. We can talk about more of your goals, more of your whatever else. We can definitely talk about it then. Yeah, that's about it. And $35 is super cheap. If you're stuck anywhere, if you want to brainstorm, whatever it is, we can definitely just chat about it. Okay. But you can also always just send me a message, and I'll respond usually in the next hour or two. Okay. We're gonna do some breakout sessions. I want to plan about one breakout session a week where we get together and we break out in small different groups to kind of keep building on that community. And we're gonna do live one-on-one. So whether we do lives for for the group, probably in the Facebook group, where we answer any of your questions. It's not going to be private, which is different. You can listen to Zoom calls, but you're going to be able to answer your questions. Everyone else is going to listen so they can try to get something from what we're going through currently. Okay, so a few things. The whole coaching is split up into 3 sections: mind, body, and soul. And what we're trying to do is align them. Okay, so with the mind, one of the first things is reflection and the guided readings. So I've been going through the Tao Te Ching for the last year or so, and I've adapted the Tao Te Ching through my lens to what I think it means, and I split that up into 21 days. Okay, so every day I'm going to be giving you a chapter of it. This book has not been released yet, and there's one of the projects I'm working on, and I would love for you to give me some feedback on that too. For example, one of the first chapters is called Our Spiritual Thread. And I believe it's that inextricable thing that we all have in common. The thing that tells us that when our shit isn't together, and it pushes us to really just figure it out. It talks about all this other stuff, but the most important thing is some reflection questions. I usually have like about 3. This one has 6, but I'm sticking about 3. Really, just so you can reflect on what you're going through and how these things have impacted your childhood and the relationship you have with yourself. Okay. Also, mind organization next day plan. What does your next day look like? This is accountability. So every single night, you're just going to take a picture. Hey, this is my schedule for tomorrow. I have it all planned out. Boom. And then you get a point. Like you get some positive reinforcement through that. Then we're going to have mindfulness, grateful videos. So every day you're going to record yourself and say 3-4 things that you're going to like, that you're grateful for. And the goal is to do this 21 days. So the more often you do it, the better, like the more comfortable you get at it. And every day here, I'm going to actually also provide you with a unique article from experts online that they discuss why gratefulness and joy and all of those things, like what are the benefits of it. So it's just not my word. These are experts from all over the world, from Harvard Business School, from how important gratitude is for our well-being. The next thing we're going to talk about is our body, right? I believe that our body is how we get this message across, right? I am not a physical expert, but for the last year, like I've went vegan. I've woken up more at 5 in the morning than I can think of, and I've sometimes even 2-a-day workouts, and I'm doing it really for myself to honor my body. Because at one point I wasn't eating right because of how I thought the world was perceiving me, right? I was working out way too much, not way too much, but I was working out for the wrong reasons. I wanted to be liked, and that really got me nowhere. And I was just emptier than ever. So for the last year, I was like, why are you working out? Why are you eating healthy? And the answer is because I need to love my body just the way it is. I need to keep it as strong as possible so my immune system can be up, so my health can be up, so I can spread my message with as many more people as I possibly can. Okay, so that's part of the body. Soul, be inspired videos. So I picked some of my favorite people, their favorite videos, and I'm going to be inserting it there. Once I get to know you a little better, let's say you're a really big fan of, of Oprah, right? I'm going to make sure to include some of her videos there. I'm going to make sure to include some of her lessons in the plan. Okay, so there is a very high degree of personalization for each person here that I'm excited about. Now, for your soul, meditation, again, is essential. And there's going to be 2 meditations here. One during the day that can last between 3 to 15 minutes. And those meditations come from experts like Deepak Chopra, Marianne Williamson, Wayne Dyer, and some other people in there. And the goal is, again, to do it every single day. You can do whatever you want, but just log it in. right? I've also included some sleep meditations that have affirmations to train your subconscious mind. Some of those include on being financially free. Some of them include sticking to the gym and different habits. Okay, and there's several different options there that you just kind of pick from. Every day, I'm also going to be focusing on one word, right? I'm going to be going live as often as I can with that word, or I'll be developing a video if you want to check it out. If you want to talk about it, I'm going to just be asking, what does this word mean to you? For example, on the first day, I'm going to talk about courage. Because I believe that courage is the most important principle, because without it, you can't be consistently anything else. You can't be consistently kind. You can't be consistently loving, because at some point, the cost of it is going to be way too high. And Maya Angelou said that when she said it, it really hit me. It was like, wow. The example she gave was when you're trying to be consistently kind, you see kids getting bullied, you have an option. You can step in and say, hey, like, stop bullying. That's not very nice. That's not very kind. That's option one. But you might get your butt kicked too, right? Option two is walk away. Didn't see it, didn't happen to me, right? Option three is tell somebody. But courage, you need courage to not walk away. You need courage to step in there. You need courage to tell somebody. That's really important. The webinars and events. So at least once, twice a week, I want to partner up with an expert, like I mentioned before, that can, it's kind of like a summit, can teach us something about, maybe marketing. Maybe it's a cooking class. Maybe, I want to do a holiday party. It is going to be Christmas. It's going to be the holiday season after all. We're going to talk about mission, visions. We want to do some meditations and breathing exercises. Okay, and then there's also going to be some miscellaneous activities. Everything from like activities that I've organized and just found like the most highly successful people do these things. For example, developing your affirmations, participating in your community, developing your budget, developing your meal plan, breathing works, free writing. Okay, what does it mean like to budget? What's your gift planning for the holiday season? Your marketing, if you want to start building your brands, right? And again, these can get a lot more personalized depending on your goals. I had some clients who said, I need more help on technology. Right now, they're turning their businesses online. So one of the activities that I came up with them was, what is one piece of technology that you learned about today, right? And how is this going to help you in your growth? So that pushed them to do something that they're not really comfortable with. And every day they're like, oh, I learned this from Kajabi. Oh, today I am using boom. So they have it in their calendar that every day they're going to learn from a new piece of software that they might be able to use in their business. And that's just a habit. No one really likes to do the things that they're not good at, right? But eventually, if we do them for long enough, we will get good at it. And that is really the big goal here. That's why we're doing all of this. Okay, so here I have the plan. I'm going to zoom in just a little bit for you, right? So you can really see like, hey, minds, organizations, gratefulness, body, soul, webinars, miscellaneous, and personal guest. Oh, that's important too. So if you don't want to do one, you just write, I didn't do it, right? It's like, hey, honestly, this isn't for me. I have a different practice, or I didn't really have time today. That's okay. But at the end of the month, there's actually 307 different activities that you can possibly do. So if this month, let's say you do 30, fantastic. Next month, you can do 35, you can do 40, you can do 50. That's really the goal, that you get better every single time. And if by the end of the month, you stick to one habit, that is fantastic. That is growth, that is progress, that is exactly what we're looking for. Okay, so yeah, so actually I want to walk you through Class Dojo, right? So Class Dojo it's on your phone, it's an app. Okay, you download it. I'll give you a code if you decide to participate. And there's a little button that says activities. On the activities, it's going to look something like that. You literally just click on it. I click on gratitude opportunity. Just record a video and share what you're grateful for today. Check out this article from Harvard School of Medicine. Boom, start. You can just record the video. Done. Once I see it, I'll give you some feedback. Maybe you have some questions. Maybe it's like, hey, I did it, done. And I'll say, awesome, great job, nice doing it. I'm looking forward to seeing how you keep, growing with this goal. Also, if you don't do anything for like 2-3 days, I'm also going to reach out and be like, hey, what's going on? I see you haven't logged in for a few days. So you're a coach. You know about positive psychology. You know about positive reinforcement. You know about the power of affirmation, the power of, accountability. All coaches need coaches. And I believe that, together with the strong community that we absolutely need, especially as we're being quarantined, especially as we're being separated from the outside world, that we need these connections. We need a tribe. We need to belong, and we need to do better, especially if you're working from home, especially if you don't have a real routine, especially if you're trying to grow your business. Yes, is this going to take time? Absolutely. It's going to be hard work? Absolutely. But if you can give yourself at least 20 minutes a day for yourself, then you have other problems, and if this isn't for you, I totally respect that. If you have your coaches, absolutely. But whatever it is, you need to find a flow in life or you're going to get burned out. Overworking isn't normal. Life is not meant to be hard. So if you want to go on this journey with me, let's set up a quick Skype call and we're going to just do it. Okay. So thank you so much for listening in. Thank you. And I look forward to growing with you and look forward to seeing how this all pans out.